Today, I want to take you on a journey through the life cycle of modern farming.
Here, every interaction is calculated per pig to minimize stress.
The transition from farm to transport is a critical moment.
Every mechanism is checked to ensure their well-being on the road.
From above, we see the precision of the logistical operation.
Technology aids us in accurate weighing and maintaining hygiene.
Fresh bedding is applied to provide comfort for the journey ahead. Look at this essential process, handled with patience and care.
In modern pig processing, understanding the herd dynamic is key.
Selection is made carefully, sorting animals based on size and weight.
Social bonds remain intact as they wait for the next stage. In this facility, gentle ramps are used to guide them without stress. Every vehicle is scrubbed down to meet strict hygiene standards.
Water is applied every 6 to 8 hours to keep the environment cool.
The infrastructure is designed for durability and sanitation.
The flow of animals is carefully monitored to prevent injury.
Precision is key when measuring changes in the Berkshire pig size.
They move freely through the corridors, unobstructed.
Once loaded, fresh air and bedding ensure a comfortable journey.
Maintenance never stops. Cleaning is a continuous cycle.
This is the reality of our farming documentary.
Hygiene protocols are strictly followed between every load.
Safety features are built into every gate and viewing port.
This thorough process, highlighted here, relies on human dedication.
Every step is calculated to adhere to animal welfare regulations.
The logistics chain connects the farm to the wider world.
We ensure every animal is healthy, being free from illness.
And so, the transport begins, moving efficiently to the next stage.
Before we proceed, we acknowledge the life at the center of this industry.
When the herd arrives at the facility, calmness is maintained.
As soon as they arrive, the pigs get rest first to recover.
Every operation is intended to ensure their comfort and safety.
The density in the holding pen is carefully managed.
This stage helps remove hair and viscera.
Quality control starts right from the initial steps.
Hot steam ensures absolute sanitation.
Rapid chilling helps maintain freshness and prevent spoilage.
After chilling, the meat is cut into smaller portions, using specialized saws.
The team works to meet stringent quality standards.
The product must ensure safety for consumers.
Adhering to high standards of hygiene and quality. Every piece of meat is thoroughly checked before packaging. The sausage production process begins with absolute safety.
Leave your answer below in the comments section about this technique.
Does this resemble the processes on Trending Farm before?
A production line operating non-stop and efficiently.
The conveyor system helps maintain high hygiene and quality standards.
Every part is utilized, avoiding waste.
The size of the ground meat is strictly controlled to every inch.
The process usually starts with about 220 pounds of raw meat.
Seasonings are added depending on the type of sausage being produced.
Fat and connective tissues are indispensable components.
Next is the step of finely grinding the deboned meat. High-speed grinders turn the meat into a fine paste.
The plant operates like a giant, pre-programmed machine.
The meat is divided into small portions of about 0.16 to 0.24 inches.
Utilizing the maximum amount of raw material is the key to efficiency. Typically, shoulder or belly cuts are used. High volume demands absolute consistency in quality.
The texture of the ground meat determines the taste of the sausage.
The emulsification process occurs vigorously inside the mixer. About 11 pounds of ice or cold water are added to maintain a low temperature.
Additives are included according to a specific formula.
Moisture is a critical factor in product structure.
The paddle mixer ensures that every component is perfectly integrated.
The meat mixture changes its properties during processing.
Every component is measured meticulously.
Afterward, the mixture is transferred to the stuffer for shaping. Before packaging, the product must undergo a final inspection.
The smoking or curing process gives the product its characteristic color.
Automation ensures that every package contains approximately 1.8 ounces of the mixture.
Depending on the type of sausage, the heat treatment process will vary.
The packaging is designed to protect the product until it reaches the consumer.
technology allows for precise control or further handling of secondary processes.
The sausages are carefully inspected immediately after shaping.
Containing approximately 1.1 pounds of sausage in each packaged unit. Sausage is a popular food item across the globe.
The flavor and diversity of the dish are clearly demonstrated.
Influenced by regional cultural factors.
Millions are consumed annually across the globe. The preparation method changes significantly depending on the region.
Providing essential nutrients like B12 and iron.
Providing approximately 250 to 300 calories per serving.
Therefore, moderation is key to a balanced diet. Quality is always the top priority at Trending Farm.
A simple meal, yet full of nutrition.
Deep frying enhances flavor and creates a crispy texture.
This is how this dish is consumed annually.
Documentary footage about agriculture and processing.
You can see how Europe leads in this field.
The consumption demand is very significant.
A familiar sight in food documentaries.
Focusing on both nutrition and novelty.
While North America and Asia also see an explosion.
Whether fried or simmered in sauce.
That is the story of Trending Farm today. Thank you for watching.
The process begins here, coating the protein to develop further texture and flavor.
Innovation in texture is key, adding layers to a simple classic.
The heat transforms the ingredients, enhancing their flavor and texture.
A surprising touch of sweetness balances the savory depths.
Variety is essential to meet the significant demand of modern consumers. New recipes are constantly tested to add both nutrition and visual appeal. Resting allows the excess oil to drain, ensuring the perfect crunch.
We prepare ample resources, as these are consumed annually in vast numbers.
The final flourish adds both color and the familiar taste we crave.
From the farm to the street, the journey of food connects us all.
We begin on the open plains, where the scale of operation meets the freedom of nature.
Feeding a flock of this size requires logistical precision and mobility.
The flock moves as one entity, driven by the rhythm of the feeding schedule.
But the benefits that this model brings go beyond simple sustenance.
Shelter is provided,
but the door to the outside remains open.
In addition, hill chicken farming utilizes the natural topography.
Different breeds adapt differently to the trending farm environment.
Navigating these forests requires skill for both man and bird.
The forest floor provides a rich diet of insects and organic matter.
Space to run is essential for their muscular development.
We test their vitality. A healthy hill chicken is strong and active.
Dust bathing is a natural behavior that ensures hygiene and comfort.
When the sun peaks, the flock seeks the shelter of the barn.
Social hierarchy plays a role in the stability of the flock.
Water sources are managed carefully to ensure a mild climate.
From above, we see the density is managed to allow free movement.
Hydration is key, provided through modern systems in rustic settings.
Elevated flooring keeps the birds clean and dry.
Utilizing the hillsides allows for expansive ranging areas.
Resources are strategically placed throughout the foraging grounds. The loose soil allows the chickens to exercise their natural scratching instincts.
By planting forests, we create a symbiotic environment for the birds.
A healthy flock requires strong leadership to maintain order.
Their instinct to roost high off the ground is preserved here.
The farm is not a cage, but a landscape they inhabit.
Curiosity is a sign of intelligence and engagement in the flock.
Farming here is a lifestyle, integrated closely with the home. Space is the most valuable resource we provide.
They hunt for insects and other natural foods found in the soil.
When the feed arrives, the energy of the flock transforms.
Most of the food for hill chickens is a carefully balanced mix.
Variety of the diet ensures all nutritional needs are met.
The terrain requires physical strength to transport resources.
Feeding time is a communal event. Traditional methods allow for close observation of the animals.
Modern feeders ensure that food remains clean and accessible.
Small vehicles navigate the narrow paths to help the distribution.
Farmers still regularly feed chickens natural grains manually.
Grains such as corn, rice, and rice bran are staples.
We ensure they receive necessary minerals for chickens to thrive.
The forest floor provides an abundant source of insects and greens.
Strength and flexibility allow them to adapt wonderfully to the mountainous terrain. Essential minerals are supplemented regularly to ensure balanced growth. Mobile feeding methods help distribute nutrition efficiently to large flocks.
The quality of feed input directly determines the health of the livestock.
Please. Dedicated care is a key element in this farming model.
The flock density reflects the high productivity and vigorous vitality of the farm. Simple yet effective clean water systems are placed everywhere.
Logistics require physical effort to maintain a continuous supply chain.
Life and work blend harmoniously under the cool green canopy.
Natural instinct causes some chickens to choose nesting sites high up for safety.
Collecting eggs is like a daily treasure hunt.
Recycled materials become ideal, warm nesting spots.
The fruits of labor are harvested and transported manually to the collection point. The uniformity of the eggs reflects a stable nutritional regimen for the flock.
Understanding the soil environment helps farmers better manage sanitation conditions. They utilize every corner of nature to sustain their lineage. Brooding hens require quiet and special protection from threats.
The variety in shell color is an interesting characteristic of these native breeds.
Immediately after harvest, eggs are carefully graded for incubation or consumption.
Egg boxes provide a dark and safe space for hens to lay.
Simple packaging prioritizes the freshness of the product.
Sometimes, the search takes us right to the water's edge.
Inside the incubator, the miracle of life begins to stir.
The struggle to emerge is the first test of strength.
Precise technology simulates the warmth of the mother hen. Once their down is dry, they are ready to face the world. Transport trays are prepared to move the hatchlings to the rearing areas.
Quality control is a continuous process.
A relationship built on trust between the farmer and the flock.
Temperature control is vital in the first few weeks of life.
The nursery floor is a carpet of new life.
The ring keeps them close to the heat source and feed.
High-protein feed promotes rapid growth acceleration. Vaccination protects the future of the entire flock.
Deworming and health checks are mandatory procedures.
Experience allows for quick and accurate sex identification.
Clean water is just as important as quality feed.
Vitamins are added to boost the immune system.
Access to the natural environment begins very early.
Learning to forage starts with simple grains.
Transporting the farm's most delicate new members.
The first sign of life is the subtle tapping sound of the shell breaking.
Good ventilation prevents disease and keeps the air fresh. Their behavior tells us whether the temperature is appropriate or not. Genetic diversity appears even within the incubator trays. Continuous monitoring ensures no chick is left behind.
Rest is the first requirement after the exertion of being born. The cycle continues from the hatchery to the rearing farm.
And so, a new generation begins its journey at Trending Farm.
Harvesting takes place during the cooler hours to minimize stress on the flock.
Each bird is handled individually to ensure safety during the transfer. Crates are designed to provide adequate ventilation and space.
The logistics of transport require careful planning of volume and weight.
Efficiency in the catch reduces the duration of disturbance. Random weight checks ensure the flock meets market standards. Comfort is prioritized even in the final stages of farming. Once the quantity has been guaranteed, the loading begins.
The chain of custody passes from the farmer to the transporter.
Hydration and cooling are vital before the journey commences.
The journey from the hill farm to the processing plant begins. We ensure every step adheres to animal welfare regulations. They can be stacked according to weight for stability. Low light keeps the birds calm during the collection process. Connecting remote farms to the central food supply chain.
Health monitoring continues from childhood until adulthood.
Preventative care includes deworming and nutritional support.
Vaccination programs are rigorous and strictly followed.
Mass vaccination ensures immunity from the very first day.
Environment control is as medicinal as any vaccine.
Observation allows us to detect any issues early on.
Only the healthiest chicks proceed to the rearing farms.
Automation streamlines the movement of thousands of birds.
These birds have reached their peak physical condition.
Free movement contributes to the quality of the meat.
Driving sticks or nets are used to gather them without force.
Workers take turns to maintain energy and focus.
Data collection helps refine our farming methods. Secure handling prevents injury to the birds. A corresponding number of cages are prepared for the flock.
Các công nhân thay phiên nhau làm việc để duy trì hiệu suất liên tục. Sau khi số lượng đã được đảm bảo, chúng sẵn sàng cho chuyến đi tiếp theo. Việc sắp xếp khoa học giúp tối ưu hóa không gian vận chuyển. Scientific arrangement helps optimize transportation space. Đảm bảo an toàn và nhiệt độ mát mẻ cho gà là ưu tiên hàng đầu. Hành trình này có thể kéo dài từ vài giờ đến vài ngày.
Chúng có thể được xếp chồng lên nhau dựa theo trọng lượng để giữ thăng bằng.
Mỗi lồng đều được cân đo kỹ lưỡng trước khi rời đi. Tại các trang trại gà quy mô lớn, việc thu hoạch thường diễn ra vào ban đêm. Kết nối nguồn cung từ trang trại đến nhà máy thực phẩm. Tại đây, gà được nghỉ ngơi và hồi phục sức khỏe tại khu vực chờ.
The cages will then be cleaned and sterilized.
Bạn đã hoàn thành quy trình thu hoạch và vận chuyển. Sẵn sàng cho vòng quay vận chuyển tiếp theo. Đó là quy trình tại Trending Farm.